What if I told you that the cleanest, calmest homes in America aren't run by the seniors who scrub until their knees ache or who spend hours dragging vacuums room to room? They are actually kept by the so-called lazy seniors, the ones who discovered a handful of simple shortcuts that work harder than they ever could. Surprising, isn't it? For decades, you've been told that cleaning equals effort, sweat, and hours on your feet. Yet here's the truth: you can bend less, scrub less, and still enjoy a home that feels welcoming every single day. Think about it. How many times have you spent half the afternoon chasing dust, only to wake up the next morning and see it all creep back? Or maybe you've ended a day so drained from cleaning that you had no energy left to enjoy your favorite TV show, read a book, or call a friend. That cycle is exhausting, not just physically but emotionally. And it's not your fault. Most cleaning routines are designed for energy you don't have anymore. But today, that changes. In this video, I'll show you the lazy person's surprisingly easy guide to keeping your house clean, methods seniors across the US are quietly swearing by in 2025. These aren't complicated or expensive tricks. They are hacks built for your body, your time, and your peace of mind. And before we dive in, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Because once you learn these hacks, you'll never look at cleaning the same way again. Smarter, not harder, is the key. Meet Mabeline Crowhurst, 84, a retired diner cashier from Missouri whose smile once greeted customers for over 40 years. She had a quick wit, sharp eyes for counting change, and, like many of us, she carried little habits from work into retirement. One of them was a drawer full of unused notepads, saved from decades at the register. In case I ever need to tally something again, she would joke, though the pad sat untouched, collecting dust just like so many other items in her home. Mabeline wasn't lazy, far from it. She had spent a lifetime on her feet, balancing shifts, raising a family, and keeping her house in order. But when arthritis settled into her joints, even the simplest chores felt overwhelming. Reaching under the sink, carrying heavy cleaning buckets, scrubbing floors on her knees, tasks she once handled with ease now left her in pain. She thought her only choices were to hire a cleaner she couldn't afford or give in to living in clutter and chaos. But then came the turning point. Instead of fighting her body, Mabeline learned to work with it. She discovered that the so-called lazy methods weren't lazy at all. They were smarter, kinder, and perfectly suited for seniors. With a few simple adjustments, she began to reclaim her home and her sense of independence. Her story is proof that shortcuts don't mean giving up, they mean making room for what truly matters. Let's walk through the exact tricks Mabeline used, and why every senior deserves a calmer, cleaner home, without breaking their back. Lazy secret number 1. The 2-minute pickup. Lazy secret number 1 is what Mabeline Crowhurst, 84, called her lifesaver trick, the 2-minute pickup. It sounds almost too simple, but it's the kind of habit that transforms a house without draining a senior's energy. The rule is this: you pick just one spot in your home, a chair, a kitchen counter, or maybe the end table next to your favorite recliner, and you spend no more than 2 minutes clearing it off. That's it. Not the whole room, not the entire house, just one little spot. At first, Mabeline laughed at the idea. What good could 2 minutes do, she thought. But when she finally tried it, she was stunned. That one clean chair in her living room instantly made the space feel lighter, even though the rest of the room was still messy. And because it only took 2 minutes, she didn't put it off. She said, "Small sweeps gave me a sense of control instead of dread. I wasn't fighting my house anymore, I was winning little battles every day." Psychologists today call this a keystone habit, a small action that sparks momentum. Seniors, especially those living alone, often feel overwhelmed because cleaning seems endless. But the 2-minute pickup breaks that cycle. Instead of thinking, "I have to clean everything," you think, "I only need 2 minutes." And here's the surprising part: those 2 minutes often grow. Once you clear a chair, you might toss out the old magazine stack, and then suddenly, you feel ready to fluff the pillows. What felt impossible turns into a chain of tiny wins. From a health perspective, this method also protects seniors. Long cleaning sessions can trigger back pain, fatigue, or even falls. But focusing on micro-cleaning prevents exhaustion, while still keeping the home consistently tidy. Think about it: 2 minutes before bed clearing your nightstand, 2 minutes after breakfast wiping the kitchen counter, 2 minutes in the afternoon straightening the entryway. That's just 6 minutes in a day, but over a week, it completely changes how your home feels. Maybelline swore by it because it gave her permission to stop. She didn't feel guilty for not doing enough. Instead, she celebrated the small wins. When my daughter visited, she didn't see clutter. She saw me smiling again, she said. That's the power of the 2-minute pickup. It's not about laziness. It's about working with your energy, not against it. Have you ever tried a tiny trick like this? Let us know in the comments. What's one spot in your house you'd choose for your first 2-minute pickup? Lazy secret number 2. Furniture that does the work. Lazy secret number 2 is what Mabeline Crowhurst, 84, discovered after years of battling clutter. Let your furniture do the heavy lifting for you. Instead of bending, hauling, or juggling endless cleaning routines, she learned that the smartest seniors set up their homes so storage becomes part of the furniture itself. For Mabeline, this started with a simple swap. Her old coffee table, which collected clutter like a magnet, was replaced with a soft ottoman that opened up for storage. She filled it with her grandkids' board games, throw blankets, and magazines. Suddenly, her living room looked tidy without her lifting a finger. She said, "I didn't stop being messy, I just gave my mess a home." That small shift changed the way she felt about her entire house. And she didn't stop there. A basket by her recliner became her one-stop drop zone. Instead of scattering remote controls, glasses, and crossword books across the room, everything went into the basket. When company came by, she just tucked it neatly beside her chair, and the living room instantly looked guest-ready. Mabeline laughed. "I went from embarrassed to proud in seconds, and I didn't even break a sweat." This approach is gaining traction in 2025. Furniture companies now market senior smart storage, ottomans, rolling cots, and recliners with built-in compartments designed to eliminate the bending and climbing that puts older adults at risk. Instead of struggling to reach high cabinets or crawl under beds, seniors can keep essentials within easy arm's reach. It's not about buying fancy new furniture. It's about choosing pieces that protect your joints and give you time back. Rolling cots in kitchens are a perfect example. Mabeline used hers to keep her most used items, spices, dish soap, and even her favorite teacup, together in one place. She wheeled it around as she cooked, then tucked it into a corner when she was done. No more back and forth trips across the kitchen, no more searching through drawers. It was efficiency disguised as convenience. Health experts agree. Reducing bending, stretching, and unnecessary steps not only lowers the risk of falls, but also helps seniors save energy for the things that truly matter: family dinners, hobbies, and rest. What might look like lazy living is actually smart living. Mabeline summed it up beautifully. "I thought getting older meant my house would outpace me. But once I let my furniture work for me, I felt like I finally caught up again." If you could swap just one piece of furniture in your home for smart storage, what would it be? Drop your answer in the comments. You might inspire another senior today. Lazy secret number 3. The no-bend cleaning hack. Lazy secret number 3 is one Mabeline Crowhurst, 84, swears by: the no-bend cleaning hack. For years, she believed that real cleaning meant crouching on her knees, stretching across furniture, or twisting her back to reach forgotten corners. But after arthritis made those moves painful, she discovered that the smartest seniors skipped the bending altogether. Her revelation came in the most unexpected way. One afternoon, her grandkids left a plastic toy grabber in her living room. Instead of nagging them to pick it up, she tried it. And to her surprise, it worked better than her old broom for grabbing tissues, dust bunnies, and even that missing sock behind the recliner. She laughed. "I thought I needed fancy equipment, but all I needed was a toy." From that day forward, she embraced no-bend tools as her secret weapon. The options today are endless. Microfiber mops with extendable handles can glide across floors and under couches without ever forcing you to kneel. Sock gloves, literally slipping old socks over your hands, let you dust railings, blinds, and baseboards with a single swipe, then toss the sock straight into the wash. And lightweight grabbers make it easy to pick up clutter, reach high shelves, or collect dust in tight spaces without straining your joints. This isn't laziness, it's wisdom. Doctors now warn that repeated bending and kneeling increases the risk of falls and joint strain for seniors. In 2025, more occupational therapists are recommending adaptive cleaning tools as part of fall prevention programs. It's about working with your body, not against it. Mabeline said the difference wasn't just physical, it was emotional. Instead of dreading chores that left her sore for days, she felt empowered. "I cleaned my blinds without once bending over," she told her church group proudly, "and I had enough energy left to bake a pie afterward." That sense of accomplishment mattered as much as the clean house itself. The best part? These hacks are affordable and accessible. You don't need to invest in expensive gadgets. A pair of long-handled microfiber tools or a $10 grabber can transform cleaning from a painful marathon into a light, manageable routine. For seniors who still love independence, these tools make it possible to keep control of your home without paying for it with back pain. Mabeline's reflection says it all. "I used to think my home was outpacing me. Now, with a grabber in one hand and a mop in the other, I feel like I've caught up again, on my terms." Be honest, would you try cleaning with a grabber, or do you still stick to the old broom and dustpan? Tell us in the comments. Lazy secret number 4. The daily reset ritual. Lazy secret number 4 is the daily reset ritual, a deceptively simple habit that seniors like Mabeline Crowhurst, 84, swear by. After decades of trying to tackle everything in marathon cleaning sessions, Mabeline finally learned that peace comes from micro-routines, not from exhausting herself once a week. For Mabeline, the turning point came one evening after hosting her daughter and grandkids. When they left, she stood in the kitchen staring at the crumbs, sticky cups, and shoes scattered by the door. The old her would have sighed, put it off, and woken up to the same mess, starting her day already defeated. But instead, she tried a new approach. She wiped the kitchen counters, rinsed the mugs, and put the shoes by the mat. It took less than 10 minutes. When she walked into the kitchen the next morning, she gasped, "I felt like I'd woken up in a brand new home." That's the power of the reset ritual. It's not about cleaning the whole house. It's about choosing one small act that signals closure to the day. Maybe it's fluffing the couch pillows, folding the throw blanket, or dropping clutter into a basket by the stairs. Maybe it's as small as rinsing the sink after brushing your teeth. The key is consistency, not intensity. These resets prevent the snowball effect, where little messes pile into chaos. Experts back this up. In 2025, new studies on microhabits highlight how seniors benefit more from tiny, sustainable routines than from once-in-a-while deep cleans. Just a few minutes daily lowers stress, reduces trip hazards, and improves overall well-being. It also taps into the psychology of momentum. When your environment feels calm, your brain feels calm too. Mabeline calls her reset ritual her gift to tomorrow's self. Instead of leaving chores to weigh on her in the morning, she wraps her day with a sense of closure. She no longer wakes up overwhelmed. She wakes up encouraged. That emotional shift gave her energy she didn't think she had anymore. And here's the beauty. There's no wrong ritual. Some seniors like ending the day by emptying the trash, others by wiping the bathroom mirror. What matters is that it's quick, repeatable, and makes you feel proud. Over time, these little resets add up, keeping the house tidy without ever scheduling a dreaded cleaning day. Mabeline summed it up with a laugh. "For someone who thought she was lazy, I sure do feel productive now. My house stays neat, and I never spend more than 10 minutes at a time." What's one small thing you could do tonight to give tomorrow's self a calmer start? Share your reset ritual in the comments below. Lazy secret number 5. The power of saying goodbye. Lazy secret number 5 is the power of saying goodbye, a gentle but life-changing practice that transformed Mabeline Crowhurst's days. At 84, she used to think decluttering had to be an overwhelming, all-day job, the kind you put off until the guilt stacked higher than the magazines on the coffee table. But then she discovered something different, the freedom of letting go one item a day. It started small. One evening, she picked up an old magazine from her end table. She had kept it for 2 years because of a recipe she swore she would try, but never did. With a deep breath, she tossed it into the recycling bin. The next day, it was a chipped coffee mug that hurt her hand every time she used it. The day after that, she gave away a duplicate casserole dish to her neighbor. Each goodbye took less than a minute, yet Maybelline described the effect as like taking pebbles out of my shoes. Suddenly, walking through my own home felt easier. Decluttering one item daily may sound too simple, but experts in 2025 call this the micro-release method. Studies show seniors who let go of even a small item regularly report less stress, improved focus, and a lighter emotional state. That's because clutter isn't just physical, it's mental. Every broken gadget or pile of paper sends a silent message: you still need to deal with this. Saying goodbye, little by little, silences that noise. For Maybelline, the real surprise was how it changed her relationship with her home. She no longer felt nagged by the drawers stuffed with notepads or the shelf sagging under knickknacks. Instead, she walked through her rooms with pride. Each goodbye made my house quieter, she said softly, and my mind calmer. That emotional calm gave her something priceless, energy to enjoy her days instead of wasting them on guilt. And here's the beauty: you don't need to make big, scary decisions all at once. You don't need to empty entire closets or sort through boxes in one afternoon. Just ask yourself one simple question: what's one thing I can let go of today? That's it. Tomorrow, you'll ask again. Over weeks and months, the results compound. Suddenly your shelves feel spacious, your drawers open easily, and your home feels breathable again. This is the lazy person's genius. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing one thing consistently. And over time, that consistency becomes transformation. What's the first thing in your home you could say goodbye to today? A duplicate dish? An old magazine? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. We've now walked through 5 lazy but life-changing secrets: the 2-minute pickup that creates momentum without exhaustion, furniture that secretly does the work for you, no bend hacks that protect your back and knees, a daily reset ritual that prevents overwhelm, and the gentle but powerful habit of saying goodbye to one item each day. For Mabeline Crowhurst, 84, these weren't just cleaning tricks, they were lifelines. She once believed she had only 2 choices: spend endless hours scrubbing or surrender her home to clutter. Instead, she discovered that embracing simplicity wasn't laziness at all, it was wisdom. As she put it with a smile, "I thought laziness was a flaw, but it gave me the smartest, easiest system I've ever had." And that's the heart of this message. Your home doesn't need perfection to feel peaceful. It needs consistent, easy rhythms that protect your energy while still giving you a place you love to wake up to each day. If Maybelline's story gave you hope, let's spread it further. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with another senior who deserves more calm and less chaos in their home. Every share is a gift of relief and encouragement for someone else walking this same road. And before you go, don't miss our next video, because I'll reveal 10 shocking cleaning myths that waste seniors' energy every single week. Trust me, you'll want to hear this before you spend one more hour on chores that don't matter.